Hi, I'm Tom Lydon, editor of ETF Trends here in Chicago at the Morningstar ETF Conference, and I'm here with Steve Sachs, head of capital markets for Goldman Sachs Asset Management. Steve, welcome. It's great to see you.
Great to see you, Tom.
Well, I know you've got a smile on your face for a reason, because Goldman Sachs just had some great news the last couple of weeks. Your first foray into the ETF marketplace. Tell us about it.
Yeah, absolutely, Tom. So we just launched our first two products over the last couple of weeks. It's in our active beta suite. We've registered a total of 6 products there, and we've started with US large cap and emerging markets. So this is our first foray, as you mentioned, into the ETF space, and it's a space that we've looked at for a long time at Goldman Sachs, and we're really excited to be in it now.
Goldman has a great relationship with advisors. Tell us a little bit about the thought process in developing this suite, the smart beta suite that you have, and what type of feedback did you get from advisors as you were building this out?
Yeah, it's a great question, Tom, from the perspective of, we have always been a wrapper agnostic solutions provider at Goldman Sachs Asset Management, and this was a particular wrapper, a particular structure that the advisor community and financial advisor community was really demanding from us. So ultimately, we've looked at a lot of things, and the active beta suite, which is our version of smart beta, really made a lot of sense in the ETF structure. It's passive, index-based, it's based on the Goldman Sachs active beta index series, really lent itself well, multi-factor stock selection, 4 factors that really have resonated well with the advisor community, and this is the type of product that the advisor community was looking for us to access the Goldman Sachs investment expertise.
So a lot of people might say, hey, Goldman, getting in the mid-innings and really wondering about the commitment. Can you share a little bit about how committed Goldman is to the ETF marketplace?
Yeah, we've gotten that question a lot. Obviously, there's been a big splash relative to the active beta launch, particularly relative to the relatively low pricing from a management fee perspective. US large cap, for example, was priced at 9 basis points. So we've gotten the question, how committed are you? And again, Tom, I'll tell you that we've been looking at this space for a long time. Our client base has really been demanding it. And again, we're sort of agnostic to the actual wrapper. We want to deliver our investment expertise. We want to deliver it in this particular fashion. And really, it's the demand from our client base. So our commitment is real, and we're here for the long term.
And you mentioned 9 basis points for smart beta, which is equal to the management fee of SPY, the S&P 500 ETF. That's a shot to the gut as far as the economics of this ETF ecosystem. Is that something that's sustainable in your mind?
It certainly is. I mean, right? We have an advantage. We're Goldman Sachs Asset Management. We have scale immediately. We don't have to worry about necessarily each individual product. We worry about what we're delivering from a quality perspective and from an investment solution perspective. And again, the active beta suite in particular, it being smart beta, quantitative stock selection, 4 factors that really gives the investor the opportunity to outperform versus the passive index, passive beta structure, we actually think is very compelling.
Well, you could tell you weren't messing around, because when the first large cap came out, seeded with 50 million on day one, that's pretty impressive. And can we expect to see that type of commitment going forward?
Yeah, we certainly think so. We had a number of institutional clients that were interested in actually making long-term investments in the product. And the large cap, as you mentioned, launched with $50 million, and that really is a long-term investment from an institutional client. We've launched emerging markets earlier this week. We've got similar institutional support for that. We've got 4 more in the active beta suite that we'll be launching that we've registered. It covers Japan, Europe, developed international, and US small cap, so more to come in that space.
Great. Well, we look forward to hearing about it. Steve, great seeing you.
Good to see you, Tom. Thank you.
Thanks.